This is a short video explaining some of the features and benefits of the 1/2 by 10 inch zinc plated wedge anchor. They are ideal for fastening to solid concrete. They should never be used in brick or block based material. It is zinc plated, so it should only be used in dry indoor applications. You shouldn't use this anchor outdoors in wet atmospheres. It's only zinc plated. It will rust over a period of time. Now, the first number in the description, 1/2 inch, refers to the diameter of the anchor or the nut size that goes into it, which is 1/2 inch. The length is 10 inches, and it's measured from end to end, including the threads. The diameter of the hole that you need to drill in the concrete is 1/2 inch. So anchor size is hole size. So 1/2 inch by 10 requires a 1/2 inch hole in the concrete. Now, if you're going to be putting this anchor through the fixture or the item to be fastened in the concrete, the hole in the fixture needs to be slightly larger than 1/2 inch, minimum of 9/16. It can be 5/8. It's just a little bit larger than the anchor itself. The hole needs to be drilled in the concrete slightly deeper than the anchor will penetrate. So it needs to be a minimum of 1/2 inch. So if you're putting this anchor in 3 inches into the concrete, the anchor needs to be 3 1/4 inches minimum. It can be deeper. It can be 3 or 4 inches. It doesn't matter. This anchor doesn't require the bottom of the hole to get its expansion. Now, the minimum embedment on this anchor needs to be installed in the concrete a minimum of 2 1/4 inches. So you can, embed it 3 inches, 3 1/2, 4 inches. Okay, this anchor is not designed to be installed, 8 inches into the concrete. This extra length is designed for the thickness of the item that you're fastening down. So this item is 2 1/4 inch minimum embedment, so the fixture thickness can be 7 3/4. So you can fasten something up to 7 3/4 inches thick with this anchor. When you install these anchors, they need to be installed slightly, the distance between each other needs to be about 10 anchor diameters away from each other, or 5 inches. Okay, and that's minimum, and that's just a rule of thumb. When you get to the edge of an unsupported edge of concrete, the anchors need to be installed a minimum of 5 anchor diameters away from that edge, or 2 1/2 inches. Once you get this anchor pounded into the concrete, you turn this nut to finger tight, and then you put a wrench on it and you turn it. Minimum torque value is 50 foot-pounds, maximum is 60 foot-pounds. This anchor is stamped on the end with the letter R, and what that does is allows for post-installed inspection. If an inspector came by, they could look at that R, and there's a chart that tells you the length of the anchor is, and then they can subtract that from the material, the thickness of the part that's sticking out of the concrete, and they can tell how deep that this anchor is installed into the concrete. They are packaged. There's 25 of these in a box, and they come packaged with the nuts and washers. So there's 25 nuts and 25 washers. Buy direct at confast.com.